Hello, welcome to Voice Set Free. I'm Mildred, and today we're going to be speaking about pitch. Now, I was approached by someone on LinkedIn some time back, and I wasn't even looking for students back then. But they noticed I have that I'm a vocal coach on my LinkedIn profile, and so they approached me, and I did a discovery call, and they told me they have a problem with pitch, and right away I'm like, my interest was piqued because I find that when a student can already come to me telling me this is my problem, it means they're ready to get rid of it, and the work is has already begun. It has already begun. I find that a lot of my work has to do with mindset, changing my yes, you can change your voice. Sometimes before they would even try doing the exercises that would suddenly shift the voice. So once I realized this individual, they knew their problem. I simply asked, okay, do you have a problem with pitch when you're singing with music alone? Or do you find that you have a problem with pitch when you're singing with like a choir? I'm not gonna say what hers were. You see, if it's just the music alone, that's a different kettle of fish to when you're singing with other persons, and most likely you are allowing yourself to be confused by their voices. Well, we'll get into that. Now, what is pitch? In simple terms, it's how high or how low a note is. You know, how high or how low the note you're trying to sing is. Da, da. How low or how high? That's the pitch. Now, many people who have an issue with pitching often say, oh, I'm just tone deaf. You know what? It's possible, but tone deafness really is not as prevalent as some people think. It could actually be that you need to get help with your pitch. If you could have heard the two different tones I just played, that is not an exact scientific test. You should go to a physician to check it out. But if you can hear the two notes, it's most likely you're not exactly tone deaf. Don't take my word for it. Go and get yourself tested, okay? But there could be two ways that you're off pitch. You could be singing a low note, and yet you're shooting above that note. Da, da. You're higher than the note. And there are a few reasons that can happen. Number one, you're just not listening to the note. I'm just not. And so you sing above the note. Number two, it could be that you're trying too hard. You're pushing too hard. And sometimes that shoots your voice above. Number three is something that happened to me. You're nervous. Unfortunately, we were in another island when I was younger. We were at a church conference, and our choir was in a competition. And I got nervous, and I started squeaking. For years later, my sister, she was standing next to me. She never let, oh my goodness, she would laugh at me. I remember when your voice went, and she would, you know. Yeah, so nervousness, it's amazing what adrenaline can do sometimes, and it can cause you to overshoot the note and make you squeak a bit, like what happened to me. Another reason could be that you're singing the low note in the wrong resonator. Like, you could be in your chest voice, but you shift that note da to the head. Da. I don't know if you heard the difference, but I was off. You shift it to the head. So that can make you sound higher than what the note really should be. Or you simply could be trying too hard. You really, sometimes it's just that you're trying so hard to sound good, you push the note higher than you really should be. That's another reason that can cause you to be sharp. But another way you can be off pitch is that you're flat. You're lower than the note you're supposed to be singing. And it goes back to the resonators again. You're on a high note. Instead of lightening up, you stay heavy in the chest. And it comes out not right. It could happen that you're not listening to the notes. You're not placing it in the right position to get the matching song. You can be tired. Yeah, you can lack energy. And I have another story. I was preparing to sing at a concert and I procrastinated. That used to be a big issue for me. I still have to fight it because of my whole thing with, I think it's perfectionism that gives me stage fright, you know? So I procrastinated until like a day before rehearsal and I needed to get the song and I started practicing. It was a challenging song that I decided I was going to do. And when I got to rehearsal the next day, my voice was like spent. I started singing the song and the person who was dealing with music shouted out across the room, "You're off pitch." And I'm like, "No, I'm not. Yes, you are." And he picked up his device and was telling me about the app he was using. And of course, all the others who were there to practice this suddenly, they were the man in the business all along, man. They suddenly started, "Oh, yes, that sounds off. That sounds awful, awful." True story. So I ate the humble pie. I went home. The concert was actually the next day. I went home. I found a song that was in my comfortable tessitura and very low because I can sing really high, but I need practice. So really nice, low and comfortable. I sent the music to the person dealing with the music, and I showed up at the concert and I sang with power because I was not gonna have it up. Just changed it. I was like, yeah, and one that I knew well, so I was comfortable. I relaxed on that song. So yeah, it could be that you're tired, your voice is tired, but not only your voice, it can be that you're physically tired. I remember having to tell myself when I was getting ready to sing, I said, "Power up, Mildred," because I knew I felt drained and I knew exactly what was gonna happen if I had just gone in that energy. So that can make you go lower than the actual pitch. Another reason that you can go lower is that you don't have good breath support. And I spoke about breathing techniques in my previous video, so I will link that above and probably in the description. But that's one of the reasons you can actually just not supporting the note. You know, you can't sustain a note at a certain pitch. But in all, to get back to the pitch, you have to learn to listen to the note. Listen, singing is a mind, body, and soul connection. That's how I see it. That's how I feel it. And there's something about hearing literally as you're singing. You have to be able to hear the note, absorb it in you, and put it back out to match what you're hearing. And it's not that complicated once you've learned to truly listen to your notes. So some of the tips I would give, first of all, warm up, get your voice prepared to sing, and that will help your pitch. As simple as that, Miss Steve. Good humming. Before you go into the singing, spend some time warming up and some sirens. Warm up your voice. Please do. Then you can learn breathing techniques. I always believe if I start with the students, that's something that's going to happen because breath work takes you a long way. Now I could give you a very simple exercise. You can breathe in for the count of 4, and then you breathe out using the S sound and get yourself to do it as smoothly as possible. Now some people you can do that right off the cuff. But some of you might have your little all over the place. You just keep practicing to get that smooth, simple exercise. There are many other breath support exercises, but I just want to do something simple so that you can get it. So it's like you're breathing in for the count of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, of course, I wouldn't have breathed in since I was counting. I just wanted to prompt you. But you warm up, you do some breathing exercises, and then if you have an instrument, you can start by doing a ding and then following the sound. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Then you go up. 1, 1, 2, and don't be rushing. You can stay right there with the 1 and 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 2, 1, 3, 3, 1, 2, 3. If you don't have a musical instrument, you can get an app. Yeah, so many apps are available now. You have no excuse there. Or you can get something on your computer that will help you get the musical notes. Or another thing I think helps at the grassroots to help with pitch is learning to go up the scale even without music. Do, re, mi, fa. Listening to yourself. Learn to hear yourself. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Listening to yourself over and over again in your practice time. Listen to your note. Close your eyes. Feel the note. Listen to yourself. That's another way to help with your pitch, even though you're not listening to the music. It's getting yourself comfortable with your own voice. So like if you're in a choir, I did not even explain that, but I'll get there. If you're in a choir, you're more prone to, you're strong enough within yourself to carry on in the right note, although you're hearing all the other sounds. Because what can throw people off with choirs is not necessarily the pitch, It's the different timbre of voices, the different sound a voice makes. Some sing more nasal, like Celine Dion. Some sing heavy and chesty, like Whitney. Or some may have more of a, I like to say it's in throaty, like Mariah Carey. And sometimes you're listening to all those different sounds and you're trying to capture them, and it's causing you to go off pitch. That's why I do ask, is it with the music? Or is it like if you're with someone else? Because it could be that you're listening to the person's sound, not necessarily the note. So don't forget that. So that's where the do re mi's on your own without music can strengthen your voice within yourself and give you that confidence. So when you're hearing someone, you're holding your own. So those are two things you can do. I do like the counting and the do re mi's. I said you can get an app if you don't have a musical instrument. They are available. Trust me, they are. Do your warm-ups and do breathing techniques that will help you power up your voice. And I do hope that this video provided some benefits to you, especially if you're off pitch. I kept it simple, kept it basic. So if you're interested in just identifying what your problem might be, I can link my calendar below, and we have a vocal clarity call. That's paid. Or jump on a discovery call and see if I'm the right coach for you. If not, that's okay. That's okay. There are many around. Okay? I hope you enjoyed the video, and I do hope you got some value. If you're off pitch, it can be fixed. There are some cases that are very severe. It may take a longer time. There's some that, like that student that I referenced in the beginning, she was an easy fix. It doesn't matter what level you're at, just know it can be done. But it's only if you want to do it, you want to put in the work, you want to apply the techniques that you're given, it can be done. So that's it for today. Happy singing. Bye.